Welcome to day 60 of the 75 Hard Challenge YouTube edition. 15 days to go. Let's go. Something that I always take into account when looking into new books is their first paragraph, because I think it tells me a lot about the book. So I brought here 5 books that I've heard of in any point in my life, or that I'm curious about, just to decide if I'm gonna add them to my TBR or not. Let's go. Oh, and I'm using Amazon for this because they allow you to read a sample of the book, so I can get to the first paragraph, no problem, without committing. And we're starting strong with Colleen Hoover. See, everyone says that this book is her only good book, but I am so traumatized that I don't even want to think about it. But let's read the first paragraph. It's not much, it's 2 sentences. I hear the crack of a skull before the spattering of blood reaches me. I gasp and take a quick step back onto the sidewalk. One of my heels doesn't clear the curb, so I grip the pole of a no parking sign to steady myself. I'll give the grace of another paragraph. The man was in front of me a matter of seconds ago. We were standing in a crowd of people waiting for the crosswalk light to illuminate when he stepped into the street prematurely, resulting in a run-in with a truck. I lunged forward in an attempt to stop him, grasping at nothing as he went down. I closed my eyes before his head went under the tire. I heard it pop like the cork of a champagne bottle. That is crazy. That is crazy writing right there. What the heck? I mean, I knew this was a thriller book, but I don't know if I want to read more. I'm confused. Like the cork of a champagne bottle really got to me. I literally have no words. Oh my goodness. Anyway, next book. I don't even know what to say. Just no. Or maybe? I don't know. I was supposed to give you my thoughts, but that really stunned me. The first book. I don't think I'm adding it to my TBR. Next book. Red Queen. See, I think I've been spoiled already, so that's why I was resisting to read this. Also, people saying that Powerless is literally this book in another cover. I got curious because I love Powerless, so maybe I would love this. Let's see. Read. This one is a bigger paragraph. Okay. I hate First Friday. It makes the village crowded, and now, in the heat of high summer, that's the last thing anyone wants. From my place in the shade, it isn't so bad, but the stink of bodies all sweating with the morning work is enough to make milk curdle. The air shimmers with heat and humidity, and even the puddles from yesterday's storm are hot, swirling with rainbow streaks of oil and grease. Better than the last one. It does start in a market crowded place, just like Powerless. Or should I say Powerless starts just like this, because this was released years ago. But I'm kind of curious, I guess, because I like this vibe. I like the fantasy, and I know it has romance. Even the title says, discover the global sensation soon to be a major TV series. I didn't know about that. Okay, it's in my TBR. It's there. Perfect for fans of Fourth Wing. Funny how you didn't say Powerless. Does this book have dragons too? I don't know. I never heard of it. But either way, it's in my TBR. Yeah, that's all I needed. Next one. A Funny Story by Emily Henry. I always wanted to read Emily Henry books, but they always got pushed aside by other books because I was more interested in them. But since this book won a Goodreads prize or Reader's Choice Awards for romance, I got interested. So let's read the first paragraph. Oh, this is a little different and also very short. Let's see. Some people are natural storytellers. They know how to set the scene, find the right angle, when to pause for dramatic effect, or breeze past inconvenient details. I feel like I should need a little more. I wouldn't have become a librarian if I didn't love stories, but I've never been great at telling my own. If I had a penny for every time I interrupted my own anecdote to debate whether this actually had happened on a Tuesday or if it had in fact been a Thursday, then I'd have at least 40 cents, and that's way too big of a chunk of my life wasted for way too small of a payout. I actually like this. It's lighter. Don't know if it makes me want to read it. Okay, so I cheated a little bit and I read 2 more paragraphs. Peter, on the other hand, would have 0 cents in a rapt audience. I especially love the way he told our story about the day we met. See, this kind of ruins it because I already know they're together. So it's probably a book about the main character telling how they met. And it's actually a funny story. And that makes me not want to read it. It's not going in my TBR. The next book, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I have 0 idea what this book is about, so let's read it. Oh, cute. It has a little map, right? Oh, a playlist. Let's read. Jeannie Ellis had never killed a man before. But tonight might be the night. Desperate times and all. She clutched the baseball bat tighter in her fist and crept down the rickety back staircase. Okay. I thought this was going to be a super cute book. Why? And then when I read the first few sentences, I was like, oh, she's like really pissed at some guy. Hahaha, funny. But she actually has a baseball bat. So I kind of want to read the next paragraph. See, I'm already interested. So I'm going to put it in my TBR. But just to satisfy my curiosity, I'm going to read the second chapter. She hadn't slept in 3 nights, not since moving into the apartment above her aunt's cafe. Well, her cafe, technically. Jeannie was officially the new owner of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Her Aunt Dot's pride and joy until exactly 2 weeks ago when the older woman announced she was retiring and taking off for the Caribbean for a few weeks to work on her tan. Honestly, who is this diva? Apparently, Dot could think of no one better to take over her beloved cafe than her favorite and only, as Jeannie pointed out, niece. An idea that now seemed completely absurd as Jeannie tiptoed off to the last step prepared for battle. Okay, it's going to my TBR. I like this one. And last but not least, are you ready for this? The Crow Prince. I know, it's been a while since this book was hyped, but I just see so many people talking about it still that I kind of want to see it. Let's read. I know people make it seem like it's a romance book and it's really not, but I think I'm okay with that. And since it's a trilogy, I could use a small series, okay? Oh, cute. On a drowsy Sunday afternoon, a man in a long dark coat hesitated in front of a house on a tree-lined street. He hadn't parked a car, nor had he come by taxi. No neighbor had seen him strolling along the sidewalk. He simply appeared as if stepping between one shadow and the next. Why do I love that? I want to keep reading. It's in my TBR for sure. I don't know. I can't tell you what it is about that paragraph. Maybe the mystery? I guess because I wasn't expecting a taxi or a car mentioned in a fantasy book. These books are usually set in like the 1700s, 1600s, max 1800s, but this one is talking about cars and taxi. What? I guess that's why I'm curious. The man walked to the door and lifted his fist to knock. Inside the house, Jude sat on the living room rug and ate fish sticks, soggy from the microwave, and dragged through a sludge of ketchup. Her twin sister, Taryn, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, napped on the couch, curled around a blanket, thumb in her fruit punch stained mouth. Okay, I guess it's a little sister. Oh no, it's twin sister. What? Oh, they're kids. Oh, okay. I'm confused. TikTok ruined this for me for a second. And on the other end of the sofa, their older sister, Vivienne, stared at the television screen, her eerie, split-pupilled gaze fixed on the cartoon mouse as it ran from the cartoon cat. Tom and Jerry reference. She laughed when it seemed as if the mouse was about to get eaten. This is giving me the Winx vibes. Have you watched the first episode of the cartoon? She's living her normal life and then something happens and all of a sudden she's a fairy. You know? This is giving me that vibe. It's going straight into my TBR. This was a really fun video to record. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, if you haven't watched the other days from this challenge, there's a playlist link below, ready for you to binge. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!